You ever go into a house that's been flipped and all of a sudden you kind of realize that it's missing a little bit of that something? Well, that's what we're talking about today. Hey, good morning. Vito Scarnecchia, Albatano Real Estate. Thanks for coming back to my channel. If you do me a favor and subscribe and like and hit the little bell on the side there to make sure that you're being updated with upcoming videos. We put out videos every week and we'd hate for you to miss any. All right, so today we're looking at a house that's been flipped. And it's a very pretty looking house. It looks really nice from the surface. But today what I'm gonna do is point out some things for you to look at when you look at a house that's flipped, because sometimes you're gonna see houses that have less quality workmanship and less quality products that are put into it, and some things that are just kind of covered up and just left. Because after all, when you're looking at a flipped house, it's a business. A person or a corporation buys a house at a lower price, put some stuff into it, make it look pretty, and then they sell it for a profit. And sometimes people try to do things on the low quality side, and you'll see that in some flips it's a lot more evident. And that's what we're gonna do today. All right, so if you look at this fireplace, it's a really pretty looking fireplace, but they kind of missed a couple steps, especially on the finish part. So if you look here, they just kind of went around and did a surround on it. It's almost like they didn't really think it through. They didn't finish the project all the way through. One thing that really popped out when I first saw this house is this door. Now, realize when you see a crack in the door like this, and you can put your finger into it, that door needs to be replaced. It's original. There's nothing wrong with it except for the fact that the foundation has slipped over time and it needs to be either repaired or replaced. Again, this is a flipped house. You're expecting things like that to be done, but they weren't. Now, really quickly, take a look at how nicely staged this house is. That's what we call smoke and mirrors. They get your eyeballs off of what's not perfect about the house, and no house is perfect. I can tell you that for a fact. No house is absolutely perfect, but you have to fix what's fixable, especially if you're gonna ask for a premium price. This house was originally listed at $1,249,000 or so. And it sat on the market for a really long time, and then they dropped it down to 1.1. Now, this house is in contract, and I can't tell you the address. I'm not gonna tell you the address, but you know, if you're gonna ask for a premium in a house that's been flipped, I'd expect a refrigerator. Here's another thing that we wanna show you is you can't really tell right now with this floor. I mean, I can tell. Let me show you real quick. So we actually call this the marble test. I didn't bring my marbles, normally don't, but I did find this nice bottle of water, and this is halfway through the doorway. And if you just sit there and look at it, what they did was they put the flooring in on top of the floor, subfloor, but they didn't level it out. And again, no house is perfect, but when you see this, it is noticeable. As a matter of fact, when you step on the floor, it kind of gives a little bit of cushion. So these are the little things that you want to look out for. And you don't need a marble for this. You can actually feel how unlevel this is just by walking to it. This is kind of a hard thing to discuss right here, but you see this vent. Let me try to get that for you. They could have done a little bit better job fixing that up. That's not a professional job. What I do like about the house, that they put in these little 3-inch LED lights, which I don't even know where the switch is. Really brightens up the house, brightens up every room. It's really nice. That's a good quality thing. You look at the kitchen, it's a good quality kitchen as well. Things to look out for with this is a soft close. But I can tell you, they feel that by your doors. This right here, that's gonna make it really hard. I mean, look, this is 10 inches right here. You're gonna have to have very small bowls for that. What you should have done here is put the cabinet doorway right there and have access to it that way. But it's a fancy thing. Everybody wants to have the Lazy Susan. So anyway, the other good thing is it's a new dishwasher, new oven, double oven with a new oven with a microwave on top, a nice stove top. Don't get me wrong, this is a really pretty kitchen, pretty house. I like the backyard, although if you keep looking a little bit forward, they kind of really didn't do much to the backyard. And look at that. Look at that door. Overspray. They didn't finish this. That should have just been painted. That would have taken 10-15 minutes to paint. And they didn't finish the landscaping. This could have been done really easy with some ground cover, some tan bark, just to clean it up a little bit, but they didn't. They cheaped out on it. See, this is all completely overgrown. All right. One last thing that I want to show you. You're paying for $1.25 million house. One thing you want is for it to be completely turnkey. Like you walk in, you don't have to do a thing to it. The person that bought this house probably doesn't realize it. But that right there, that's an original heater. Might not be original, but it's definitely not new. And there's no air conditioning. So for $1.25 in this neighborhood, you're expected to have air conditioning. As a matter of fact, it's one of the #1 things people look for when they're buying a house, which is why this house stood on the market for so long. And here's another thing. This is completely illegal because all this void right here is open, but that's an original fuse box right there, switch box. I mean, again, they did a lot of superficial things on this house. It's a pretty looking house. I love the colors, I love the floor, I love the fireplace, love the kitchen, it's amazing. I didn't even look at the bathroom. But if you're gonna ask for a premium, do it right. I know it's a business. Look at the colors, it's beautiful, right? You have the nice gray tiles, gray's the new beige, and it looks really nice. It's really done well, but it seems like cost overruns and they didn't budget this house out correctly. They should have taken that into account. This was my walkthrough on a flip that we did here in South San Jose. Again, I'm not going to tell you the address because that really doesn't matter. The house was done really nice. The kitchen's updated really nicely. Not the best material, but again, it's a business. You're going to get a lot of years of use out of the cabinets and the new appliances. Could have had the refrigerator in there. The bathrooms were done really nice. The outside, the landscaping, again, not completely finished. There's a lot of unfinished things in this house. So when you're looking at a flip, be sure you know what you're looking at. And don't just take the inspector's word for it. I've sold houses that were flipped and it needed a whole new electrical system. And what they did do to do the upgrades on the electrical was not legal. And we found out afterwards and we paid dearly for that. So do yourself a favor, especially in flipped houses, do your own inspection and have a competent agent or a contractor help you walk through the house to make sure that everything was done correctly. So that's it for now. I hope this was helpful. Again, be very wary about what you're buying when you're buying a flipped house. It's okay to put lipstick on a pig or frosting on a cake, but when you're looking at a house that's been flipped and you're paying a premium for it, make sure it has all that. All right, so that's it for now. Now you know a little bit more about what to look for in a flip, especially in houses down here in South San Jose. Again, the person that's doing it isn't out to screw anybody over. They're just running this as a business. So you're not going to get the highest quality product in your flipped house. Be sure that you check out the electrical systems. And if you're buying a premium house, make sure you have air conditioner and a door that doesn't have a 1/2-inch gap in it. Okay, that's it for now. This is Vito Scarnecchia, Abitano Real Estate. Thanks for watching. We'll see you out there. Do me a favor real quick. Take 2 seconds and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Also hit the like, the little thumbs up, and the little bell so you'll be notified of upcoming videos.